Battlefield 6. Do you guys remember that game? If you're still playing it, I don't blame you. I actually think the gameplay of Battlefield 6 is pretty solid, and I enjoyed the game when it first came out before it tried to become Call of Duty Junior, only lacking all of the content of Call of Duty with its seasonal updates. But I digress. I've kind of just been in the middle with Battlefield. You know, I'm like, I like the gameplay, but I kind of got my money's worth. I got about 250 hours on the game. And I'm just kind of waiting until something they do excites me again before I go back. But today, unfortunately, I'm afraid I have some bad news. They did the opposite of excite me, actually. They fucking enraged me. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to crack my motherfucking knuckles, and I am going to proceed to rip this game and this publisher a new asshole. So without further ado, let's get right on into the meat and potatoes here, because viewer, I got a lot I want to get off my chest. So earlier today, viewer, Charlie Intel tweeted this. Battlefield has updated Battlefield 6 XP tokens to now only count down with in-game time and not real time. Now, let's keep reading here, and this is directly from DICE EA themselves. They literally wrote this out, okay? XP boost update, now based on in-game time. Get more from boosts. To improve how useful XP boosts are to you, XP boosters will now count down based on in-game time instead of real time. Keep in mind, this was typed out by someone. Even if it's AI, they put in the prompt to type this out, okay? We will track what percentage of the length of the match you have an XP booster active, then multiply the final match bonus XP by the appropriate percentage for each. If your XP booster expires mid-match, don't worry. Your match bonus will still get a boost based on the duration that your boost was active during the match. Plus, for easier tracking and activation, the booster menu is now located in the lobby. That's an amazing change, but you know what? It's really not, because this shouldn't be a thing to fucking start with. This is one of those stupid sociopathic suit tricks to increase quote-unquote player engagement, which increases profits, which makes these sociopathic suits not feel like small, little, unconfident boys. It's meant to do that. They see number go up, and they just get a huge fucking boner, and it splits the seams of their $6,000 freshly pressed slacks. So, you know what? I can't even really give them credit for doing this, because it's like, it shouldn't be the thing in the first place. It's yet another thing that EA and Battlefield has done to rip off Call of Duty. Back when I played XDefiant, they launched with this feature. They launched with the whole XP tokens counting down in real time, but then after some feedback, they immediately changed it. And that was Ubisoft. So I don't know what the fuck took them so long here. It's taken them 8 months, and GTA 6 pre-orders embarrassing everything else in the gaming space in the last decade for them to do this. But regardless, it's a good change. We shouldn't have to change it. It shouldn't be a thing in the first place, but it's a good change. Oh, except it's not. And there's a catch. And I'm going to get to it after a brief word from this video's sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Eldorado.gg, and they are the #1 place for when you want something in a video game, but maybe you don't have time or the skill set to get it. Eldorado's got your hookup. Eldorado also has currencies that you can buy for whatever game you're playing. And I actually used something like this back in the day when I played Path of Exile 1. You can have divine orbs delivered directly to your character. We all know those are quite rare. So yeah, and it even gives you the delivery time and whatnot and the price. Guys, this is a fantastic service if you don't want to spend days grinding for stuff. Eldorado also has gift cards that are cheaper than if you buy them retail from Target or Walmart or something. And I mean, the plethora of services here you can see at the top. Eldorado really does it all. Every seller on Eldorado is verified, no scammers whatsoever, and all orders are protected by Eldorado Trade Shield protection. Delivery of whatever you purchase is available usually in a few minutes with 24/7 live support if something goes wrong. And if you're still not sold, Eldorado has a 4.4 rating on Trustpilot with over 216,000 reviews. So guys, get an exclusive Eldorado discount today when you go to eldorado.gg/blame, or just use code BLAME at checkout. Again, that's eldorado.gg/blame or use code BLAME at checkout. All right, guys, welcome back to the video, and let's just cover the news here. And you might want to use the sponsor for today to get a different game if you're still playing Battlefield. So here we go. And keep in mind, this is literally like hours after what I just read to you before the ad break was posted, okay? Charlie Intel says, updated. Battlefield says the XP tokens in Battlefield 6 will still count down in real time, saying the in-game message stating there was a change was an error. An error? Like they're saying it was a typo or some fucking shit? Okay, let's read what Battlefield Comms actually said here in response to this. We're aware of incorrect in-game text description for XP boosters that was introduced with the latest update. XP boosters count down in real time as they have since launch. And that was posted June 10th. So then they made the same mistake again. I'm not really sure what the hell's happening here. Like, that was on June 10th what they're replying to, and then they said this today. Earlier today, an in-game message about XP boosters was sent in error. That message has now been removed, and there are no changes to how XP boosters currently work. Now, here's the kick in the fucking nuts here. We appreciate all your feedback on this topic and will continue to share it with the team. Motherfuckers, you appreciate all of our feedback on this topic and will continue to share it with the team. I need to repeat that just so you really can digest what I'm saying here. That is the biggest lie I have ever seen, because we have been giving you feedback on this shit since the day the game came out. And I recall, and correct me if I'm wrong here, I couldn't find any evidence of this, so maybe my comment section could help me out, but I recall seeing a dev or seeing something making the rounds saying that there were plans to change the XP boosters like months ago. I specifically recall seeing that somewhere, hearing that somewhere. If anyone can point me in the right direction in the comments, I would much appreciate it, and I will comment what you commented or pin your comment or something like that, just to get the word out there that this was like a planned change. So no, I'm sorry. I don't believe this was made in error. I don't believe that our feedback matters at all, but I'll tell you what I do believe, and this seems to be the general consensus. Check this out. In reply to that Charlie Intel tweet about the news, this guy says, okay, but how do you accidentally make a whole message about XP tokens changing to in-game time when that's not the case? This guy has a conspiracy theory, and he says, honestly, conspiracy theory here, but it could genuinely be devs slipping the message in by accident, quote unquote, to show EA execs or whoever the fuck is making the call that people badly want this changed. Would hardly be the first time that something like it happened. And this guy says, the best part is that they did it twice. How did they do this twice? I believe this was an internal change suggested by the devs, and I believe that EA, somebody at the top, said, no, that would hurt player retention, profits. Like, they're so out of touch. How do these people running the show with all this money and power, how are they this fucking stupid? They have no idea. Like, they're on another planet from the actual player base, the people that play these games and buy them. I mean, guys, this goes deeper. This goes deeper than Battlefield. Have you seen the RAM prices? Have you seen the Steam machine price? Which I'm surprised it's as low as it is, around $1,000. But from what I've seen online, the PlayStation 6, for example, is going to cost about $1,000 just to make. Every bit of shit is hitting the fan right now. Console prices are out of control, so much so that Xbox has seen the lowest month of sales ever, and PlayStation has seen the lowest month of sales in like 25 years. We are heading towards a gaming crash because the people running things don't know what the fuck they're doing. But back to the whole, we're going to listen to your feedback. Look at this and tell me this isn't direct feedback. This is straight from the Battlefield subreddit. The Battlefield community manager said this on Reddit and got downvoted at nearly negative 200 right now. And that's just like in the past 8 hours. And this isn't a post. This is just a comment. So if people actually saw the post, this would be probably downvoted to oblivion. Probably more than anything else on the entire subreddit has been downvoted. Hey folks, we had this adjusted as you saw within a recent Battlefield comps post. And this is further remnants of that. That message was sent unintentionally and has since been removed from players' inboxes. At this time, XP boosters will continue to work as they have done within Battlefield 6, and there are no changes to announce. We know many of you have been asking for XP boosters to count down based on in-game match time, and we've continued to pass that feedback along to the team. Who is the team so I can slap him with my cock? Like, seriously, at this point, who is the fucking team? This is just anti-consumer shit to pad the pockets of EA and DICE. What these guys don't realize, and why I seriously think we are heading towards a recession, especially once GTA 6 comes out, if that game doesn't absolutely set the world on fire, if it's even a little bit of a disappointment, or they try this greedy scumbag anti-consumer stuff, guys, with the prices of everything, that is it. Like, the people that have a console and the people that have a PC are going to play older stuff or established stuff. New games are not going to make it. I mean, that's kind of already happening. Look at Highguard, look at Concord, look at XDefiant, look at whatever that new Splitgate thing that just came out is. But hey, you can say Splitgate 1 and 2 as well. Hell, even Arc Raiders is dying because the people running the show, they just don't know what the fuck they're doing, especially when it comes to live service. This anti-consumer stuff, while you continue to raise the price, isn't gonna fucking cut it heading into the next decade. It's just not. I mean, I don't even think it's gonna take that long personally. But as it stands, with just this Battlefield 6 news and this lack of change that they're doing, despite everyone saying, hey, this should be a thing, this counting down only during match time should be a thing. Despite everyone saying that. I mean, you poll any Battlefield player, 99% of them will say, yes, push this change that you erroneously pushed out through, please. And the other 1%, they're probably brain dead. They're like ex-COD addicts, and they're like, no, you know, whatever. Their opinion doesn't matter. They don't care either way. But like literally 99% of the people would probably say, yes, I would like them to count down only in game time and not in real time, please. That's how it used to be. That's how it should always be. And this anti-consumer shit, again, man, it's not gonna cut it. I, for one, am sick of it, and I'm so sick of it that I said this to a few commenters asking me if I'm gonna try out Battlefield again or whatever, and I'm afraid I've got some bad news about what I said. I told them all I'm just waiting on them to do something fun. Naval Warfare is coming out soon, apparently. But I'm just over it. I am so over it. I'm not touching it again. I'm sorry. I know Battlefield 6 was hyped up by me at the start, and I did really enjoy the game at the start, but what changed was this seasonal update crap and them just ripping off Call of Duty at every turn. They stealth launched RedSec, which failed, by the way. How the store and progression works, and even the UI is all the same to Call of Duty. I can't get behind it. I'm sorry, it's not fun. It's not why I want to play Battlefield as someone who played Battlefield back during the Bad Company 2 days, the Battlefield 3 days, the Battlefield 1 days. It's not what I want to see. It's just Call of Duty big map mode at this point. And for anyone still playing the game, you know, if you're enjoying it, great. I like I said, I enjoyed the gameplay, but I've had enough. I have over 200 hours played, and I can't see myself going back, especially after this anti-consumer crap. They say put your money where your mouth is. Well, fuck both EA and Activision, because I no longer play Battlefield 6 and have no plans to, and I didn't even purchase Black Ops 7 this year. Both of you can suck my balls. There's one for each of you. The left one is named James Westfall, and the right one, call him Dr. Kenneth Noisewater. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this video. A shorter video because I just wanted to cover this news and this news specifically today. Let me know your thoughts below. But as it stands, dude, what a disaster. Here I am, like, trying to just look on the bright side after Battlefield 6 and Black Ops 7 came out, thinking there would be a good old war that would push each FPS to new heights. But greed always takes over, and I am beyond tired of it. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Rate, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. I'll catch you on the next one. Have a good one. Peace.